All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 5 of the French. It's kind of crazy that we're here already, day 5. Second round almost over, and yeah, we'll start getting to the third round, and then the seeds start colliding, and it starts getting really interesting. So, a lot of things to cover. Sad we're not streaming Feast. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't stream Feast because it will potentially collide with other things that we're doing today. So, yeah, we can't stream. Sometimes we've got to stream. We can't stream certain players. Otherwise, it will mess up other things that we're planning to do today. That's just how it is. It's how it happens. It is what it is. Feast is going to go 5 sets, mess up plan. Well, that's it. If he goes 5, then other matches that we're supposed to watch, we have to then not watch them. And yeah, it is what it is. But we'll keep an eye on him, don't worry. We'll keep an eye on his results. Now, chat, I don't know if you notice, but if you look in the chat, and I'm going to show you because it's a new feature that YouTube have just brought out, which is so cool. I love it. I think this feature is a great feature. Let me just fix it so I can figure it out. Let me just get it working on the screen. I put $100 on Krueger to win. Cool. Wait, where the hell is it? Where is the feature? There it is. Nope, that's not it. So check this out, chat. So, there's you. Hello. There you are. Say hi, everybody. And if I click on this, it shows the community leaderboard for the stream, which is crazy. I didn't know what the hell this was until this morning. So apparently, the more you chat, or if you donate, or if you do anything on the stream that I guess YouTube deem as positive, you will get experience points. What can you do with those points? I have no idea. Do they transfer to the next match? They do not. But you do get a number next to your name, 1, 2, or 3, if you are the most active. We'll figure it out as we go today. We're going to be doing a lot of streams, so we'll see this a lot. But yeah, so there you go. So you might see, I don't know if you can see it, like if there's any like in the chat, if you can see there's like a name, there's like a number next to people's names. So there you go. That is the community leaderboard. I don't know if it's going to be anything, like if it helps, it does anything. I don't know, but it is what it is. I don't think it's cool, but I don't know what it's going to be used for. But yeah, and I hope that like you can accrue experience points. I feel like that's a way better idea than just having like one stream. But hey, maybe that happens down the track. But there you go. Click on someone's crown. Yeah, it just sends me to the community leaderboard. So again, it says, what does it say here? It says here, a place for the audience to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in the live stream. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. Collect XP points by sending live chats or super chats or stickers. So there you go. I kind of wish it went and I'm sure like YouTube are going to eventually have this happen where it goes like daily, like it'll have like a daily and a monthly like who has the most experience points, and maybe those experience points turn into something that we can have fun with on the channel. I don't know, but I think it's interesting. It's what we tried to implement a couple of years ago, but it didn't work because YouTube weren't playing ball. But is this Pokemon? It is now. So yeah, so there you go. So let's see who is number 1 at the end of the day. I don't know. Let's see who's the number 1 at the end of the stream. Please don't spam though. I don't want because if you spam, it's going to get just don't Don't be annoying, but, because we don't want to make harder for Deb and the mods, Ready for the footy? Nope. I am not ready for the footy at all. I hope we win, but I'm so scared. I'm so scared right now. We are not even close to being in the we're supposed to get lose by 100 points tonight, so I'm scared. I'm so scared. If we don't lose badly, I will be happy. $150 is the limit anyway? Is it? That can't be right. Why would 150 be the limit? That sounds silly that it would only be 150 with the limit, because then everyone's going to get to 150 in 2 seconds. Hey, Mail Cat, thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Now, I don't know how often it refreshes as well, and I don't know. Can you guys actually see it on your end, or is it only on my end? It's stuck at 150 now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. That's weird. Maybe it's just a little buggy. I don't know. Needs a little bit more work. I don't know. Anyways, just an interesting feature that may or may not mean anything. You can see you can see the community leaderboard as well. Oh, nice. That's cool. That saves me having to tell you what's up. Okay, cool. Again, I don't know what... I'm just looking to see what... Is there a limit to the number of points that can be earned through the live stream? There is a cap on the number of points that can be earned from live messaging. Oh, okay. So maybe... I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, players are starting. Love 30. Sorry, chat. I'm just trying to figure it all out. Love 30. Who you got winning this one, chat? I've got Andreeva. I've got Andreeva in. I'm going to go straights, but I reckon it's going to be a close straight sets. I think there must be a cap on the points you can earn through chats. There is a cap on the number of points that are earned by live messaging, so you must not be getting that many. Oh, you can view the leaderboard in the. You can view the leaderboard in the replay too. So when this stream's over, if somebody's come back to watch, you can see the leaderboard for each stream. That's cool. That's interesting. Anyways, 15:30 as Andreeva hits it in the net. 15:40. Some people are going to get jealous. I can turn it off if I need to. If it gets to crazy, but I fell down 2 spots in the rankings. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It seems like it caps out at 150, but that must just be for chats. Maybe you can only. I don't know. It's just fun, so please don't take it seriously. Don't get pissed off or anything if you are not in the top. Don't worry. 30-40. I don't know how it works, so just don't take it too seriously. 30-40. First serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Krueger. Forehand from Andreeva. Into the forehand of Krueger is Andreeva down the line of the backhand of Krueger on the stretch. Andreeva hits it long. There's the break. Krueger, 1 love. One love. How's my dog feeling today? She's fine. She's just napping. She's just having a sleep. All right. All right. One love. If community ranking falls below City Pass ranking, I'll be pissed. Okay. All right. Andreeva wins the point. Love 15. All right. Love 30. Chance for Andreeva to break straight back. Love 30. And 32nd serve in the forehand of Andreeva. Good return the slice of Krueger. Andreeva to the backhand of Krueger. Again, the forehand of Andreeva is Krueger backhand into the backhand of Andreeva, who hits it in the net. 15-30. Now, chat, you know that today is a game day, so when it is game day, we also watch football. So just do not be alarmed. Football will be mentioned. $30. There's a default second serve. Who are the Bombers playing? We're playing Brisbane. So I'm a little scared. As that goes out by Andreeva, 40-30. No, it's not the Melbourne Bombers, it's the Essendon Bombers. Yeah, I don't know why it's capping out at 150. Maybe it's a glitch. Maybe it's just glitched. All right, deuce. I think it's a glitch because it's supposed to come up with more. So it might just be glitched. Anyways, advantage on Andreeva. She's a return winner. Advantage on Andreeva. As the return goes the backhand of Andreeva. Forehand now from Krueger to the backhand of Andreeva. As Krueger again to the backhand of Andreeva. Krueger again to the Andreeva backhand. As Krueger goes forehand cross court. Andreeva gets up with a slice. Krueger comes in with a volley. And it's a winner. Deuce. Lovely rally. All right, deuce. As with a forehand down the line from Andreeva to the backhand of Krueger. Andreeva slice to the forehand of Krueger. As Andreeva goes again, the backhand of Krueger. The backhand of Andreeva, who hits a wide advantage. Krueger. Right advantage, Krueger. As the return goes to the forehand of Krueger. Forehand out from Andreeva on the stretch. Krueger backhand. Again to the forehand of Andreeva to the backhand of Krueger. As Andreeva forehand inside out to the slice of Krueger. Into the forehand of Andreeva. Drop shots in the net though. And it's 2-love. 2-love. I think it is updating, but it's just not updating the number. So, but it seems like the number 1, 2, 3 are changing. So, I don't think it's stuck. I just think it's glitched. But it seems like the numbers are changing. So, I think it's just the leaderboard is broken. I can't do anything about it. It's a YouTube problem. But hopefully, it fixes itself, because that'd be fun. Do you remember how was the first Draper match with Monfils? Was it competitive? I can't remember. When did they play? All right, Andreeva down a break already. As that goes out from Krueger, 30-love. So yeah, Feast is down 2-love. Mensik on court as well. Demonor on court as well. Lehechka, Fokina are playing. 4-love Vondi. Jesus. Vondi, when she's healthy, she's scary. 4 now in the net from Andreeva, 30-15. Monfils was up 6-2, 2-love retirement. It was in 2022. Yeah, so I wouldn't be looking too much into that match then. That was a long time ago. 30-15. As we fault second serve. Into the backhand of Krueger. Backhand of Andreeva to the front of Krueger. Into the backhand of Andreeva. Krueger slice. Goes in the net. 40-15. All right, first there's a fault, second serve. As that goes out by Krueger. And Andreeva on the board. Krueger with the break, though. 2-1. Demon Mensik Showdown loading. That'd be so sick. That'd be a great match to watch. Hopefully we can watch it. We'll be watching Drafe, but both feast are not sure. We will if it happens. We will watch that match, but if it happens. Because there's a possibility Monfils doesn't play that match. But yeah, we will watch it if it happens, for sure. I mean, what was the most shocking upset of the tournament so far for you? I mean, Rude losing, if you didn't know the context, is a shock, for sure. But if you, like, knowing the context that he was injured and stuff, I feel like it's not a big shock if you know the context. In terms of like pure like disappointment, I guess. I mean, I'm still surprised like Kostyuk lost, right? I think Kostyuk, Stern, like maybe not so much Stearns, but Kostyuk she was like having such a great clay season, and then until she wasn't, right? And Cerundolo. I think Cerundolo and Kostyuk both losing, two players that were playing really, really well that didn't have an injury, right? There was no reason for them to lose physically. It was just they had a bad day. Those two are probably the biggest shocks for me, because Tsitsipas wasn't playing well and he lost, right? Medvedev wasn't playing well on clay, he lost. Ruud was injured. Fritz was not playing well on clay. Navarro, not great on the clay. Schneider was a bit disappointing. Mukova was injured. So yeah, I think Cerundolo and Kostyuk, for me. And you know, you could just pick the highest seeds who are out. But for me, those two were playing so well, and I think we expected so much. And they went out in straight sets first round. You're like, what the hell was that? With no injuries. Like, they weren't hurt or anything. I don't think they were anyway. I don't think they had injuries, right? So, yeah. Those two for me. All right, 40 love, Krueger. I'll tell you what, though. If Andreeva loses this match, that would be a shock. Yeah, Navarro, the way Navarro lost was a shock, but she wasn't doing much on clay anyway. I don't think many people expected her to win. Whereas Kostyuk, I think a lot of us thought, hey, she could maybe make a quarterfinal here, right? You know, Cerundolo, you know, we're thinking he could make the semis if things go his way, you know. And then they just went out in straight sets. You're like, why? How? How did that happen? 3-1. Steph was a big shock. Again, Steph wasn't showing much form on clay, and he also was on and off injuries, you know. So, I mean, look, everyone's going to have a different answer. My answer is not the conventional answer, but you could say Steph, and yeah, I mean, that was a surprise for sure. Mensik's already up a break, by the way, 2 love. But I don't think Steph losing was a shock because he wasn't playing well. Giganti winning is a shock, not Steph losing. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Like a qualifier Giganti is like, whoa, wow, what a win for him. But Steph losing, it's like, oh, okay, you know, that's not as shocking. You're right. All right. Love 15. Good Diallo to win against Cerundolo. Yeah. All right. 15 all. Yeah, Rishi, if you keep saying that you're disappointed that I'm not watching Feast, you'll just get annoyed. Did you end up watching a movie? No, I had no time to watch anything. So yeah. As that goes out on the return from Krueger, 30-15. By the way, chap, I just saw a lady in the stands saying with a shirt saying everybody watches women's sports. We do watch women's sports, tennis in particular, because WTA is fire. But I heard Ont and also Coco talking about the night matches, because we said yesterday, we're talking about it, saying like, if the players don't care, then why is everyone getting into a big fuss about this? If the players don't want to play night sessions, the ladies, right? But Coco had a good point. I liked how Coco had a good point. She was like, well, nobody wants to play after the men's match at midnight, but like all the other slams, why don't you put a match on before the men's match, starting earlier? And then that way you could have two matches on Chatrier, and you have, you start a match at, 6:37. It's a ladies' match. It finishes probably maybe 9 o'clock, and then the men start. The Australian Open do it. The US Open do it. Because how many times this week, Chad, have we had a match between, like, the third match of the day and the night session have been like 5 hours apart or 3 hours apart? It's like, we could put another match in there. Like, it's kind of crazy that we've had these we have these long stretches. So they could easily do that, So Coco had a good point. Because she's right. Nobody wants to play starting at midnight. Nobody wants to start at 11 p.m. But they're starting here on midday, right? So you got midday until 8 o'clock to finish three matches. I mean, sometimes they have long matches, but you could easily put three matches. If you start at 11 a.m. on the center court, like Australia do, start an hour earlier, play three matches during the day, and then the night session starts at 6:30 or 7, and get two night matches. One men, one women, like they do on every other slam. All right. They start at 11. They don't start at 11 on center court. Center court starts an hour later. All right, 3-2. Or Chad, just do what I said yesterday. Put a night match on Susan Longland and then have alternating night sessions. Day one, Philippe Chatrier gets a men's match. Longland gets a women's match. And then day two, you alternate. And you go men's match on Longland. Put a women's match on Sinead. The night matches between those two courts. Because, Susan Longland's got less of a crowd. Still a vibe, though. I mean, it's not like you're not going to sell out night sessions, I love 15. By the way, Chad, I also just a thought. Don't the night sessions get sold out months in advance without them even knowing the schedule? That's what happens in Australia. Like, you buy a ticket on day one, Rod Laver, you don't know who's going to play, but you buy it in October. And you got like 4 months until you figure it out. And then when the schedule comes out the day before, then you know who you're going to watch. Like this time yesterday, nobody knew Draper Monfils was night session, but you would have bought a ticket months ago. So, like, if they're worried about attendance, people have already paid. It's just it's the luck of the draw. So if they have to, if you put a women's match on, it's not like they're going to sell less tickets because they've already sold out, right? I think. I don't know. Maybe they don't sell tickets that way, but is that not how it would work? Like, when you buy a ticket to a day session or a night session, whatever, you don't know who you're going to watch. You just watch who was there, and you just hope that you get to watch somebody you want to watch. You hope you get Djokovic or you get Sinner or someone. Yeah, I love 40, by the way. Andreeva to get back on serve. She does. Double fault. Andreeva gets back on serve. All right. 3-3. Bondi Bagel. Woo. God, Vondrousova having a week. Love that for Bondi. Chase, Vondrousova going to win Wimbledon? Can you imagine? All right. A guy just rocks up with a bunch of bags of rackets. Don't know if he's playing tennis or just bought a bag of rackets. I don't know. All right. 15 love. As the return goes back into Andreeva. Andreeva hits a wide. 15 all. $15 all. As Andreeva serves a fault, second serve. And the backhand return goes back into Andreeva. Backhand from Krueger, and then Andreeva in the net. And it's 15-30. As the return goes out by Krueger. $30. Serve again. Into the corner, Krueger. Corner from Andreeva is a winner. 40-30. By Mensik is not mucking around. He's up 3 love already. With a chance to go to 4. 40-30. Serving the forehand of Krueger. Return goes to forehand of Andreeva. Krueger forehand into the backhand of Andreeva. As Krueger down the line of the backhand of Andreeva. And Andreeva hits a winner. 4-3. Andreeva leads. All right. 4-3. Four to 3. Okay. 4-3 Andreeva. Mensik up 3 love. Yeah. Demon was about to win the first set against Bublik. Love that for him. All right. By the way, big day today, chat. We've got Sinner, we've got Draper, we've got Djokovic, we've got Fonseca as well coming up today. Like I said yesterday, chat, I know people are, and I get it, you know, men and women's tennis. I know you got fans for ATP, you got fans for WTA, and then you got some crossovers like most of us. Hopefully, are crossover fans that we watch everything. But it's almost like every other day. Like yesterday was WTA day because all the best matches of the WTA are like sort of on one day, and the men's matches are not as good. Today is ATP day, where all the big names and all the big matches are today. And on the women's side, it's a bit, at the moment, it's not as good, right? So it kind of alternates. Tomorrow, like, you know, Sabalenka, Swiatek, blah, you know, a lot of the big names on the women's side. And then today, you got Gauff and Andreeva, but they're not, I mean, Gauff's playing a qualifier, right? So it's not super as interesting yet. But on the men's side, it's the opposite, right? So on one side, you've got Alcaraz. Bottom half of the draw is just Alcaraz. And then Musetti and Rune are there. But then on the men's side, on the other side, it's Djokovic, it's Zverev, it's Sinner, it's Fonseca, right? Feast, all these names, right? So it's good that it works that way, because sometimes it works the other way, where one day it's garbage and the other day it's really stacked and we can't watch everything. So it's kind of nice balance. So every second day is going to be men and women's tennis kind of alternating until the finals, and then everything sort of like comes together. All right, that goes out by Andreeva, 15-30. Yes, Martin kicked a goal. Let's go. How does this community leaderboard work? I think it's glitched because it's a new feature, so I don't know. I think it's broken at the moment, but we'll find out in the next stream. It's supposed to reward people that talk a lot and donate and stuff, but at this point, it's sort of a bit. It froze, so I think it might be just a little glitchy. You guys talk too much. Let me have a look at the other stream. Hang on. Let me look at the Gasquet Sinner stream for a second. That's coming up later. Yeah, I don't know. But it's just a new feature. We'll watch it as Andreeva breaks. 5-3. Andreeva, good fight back. All right, 5-3. Andreeva serve for the set. All right, Andreeva serves a fault, second serve. She double faults. Love 15. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. As the backhand return goes out by Krueger. And it's 15 love. So 15 all. There's a default second serve. To the backhand of Krueger. Backhand now Andreeva to the backhand of Krueger. There's Andreeva down the line. Krueger gets to the forehand cross. Andreeva again to the forehand of Krueger. To the forehand of Andreeva. Krueger backhand. Into the slice of Andreeva. And then Krueger comes in and puts it away. 15-30. Feast breaks back. He is back on serve. Uh, 15-30. As a default, second serve. Double fault. All right. Andreeva in trouble. 15-40 to get the break back. Krueger. As we get a serve again from Andreeva. The backhand of Krueger. Forehand from Andreeva is on the line. And it's 30-40. 30-40. Serve again. Here's a fault. There's a return into the backhand of Andreeva. Krueger backhand. Into the forehand of Andreeva. There's Krueger again to the forehand of Andreeva. Krueger slice goes in the net. And Andreeva gets the deuce. All right. Andreeva gets the deuce. And the return goes in the backhand slice of Krueger. Andreeva backhand down the line. Krueger gets it with the slice lob. And then Andreeva puts away the smash. And it's advantage on Andreeva to take the first set. Advantage on Andreeva. And she serves a fault. Second serve, Andreeva. Into the forehand of Krueger. Return goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Krueger in the net. Andreeva wins the game and the set. And she is up a set against Krueger. She was down a break early on. But Andreeva fights back. All right. 6-3. Mensik struggling to hold serves. Last two times he barely managed. Okay. Fair enough. All right. First set in the bag for Andreeva. All right. Feast is in lead and then in the lead 4-3. Demonor won the first set 6-2, by the way. Vondi is back on serve. She was down a break early in the second. Okay. First set in the bag for Andreeva. All right. I heard that Mensik's last match was a riot. Yeah, there was a lot of the crowd getting involved. That goes out by Krueger, love 15. Love 15. Mensik following the villain route, yeah. As with a backhand rally. Now forehand from Krueger. Into the backhand of Andreeva. Krueger on the stretch. To the forehand of Andreeva, who's the drop shot winner. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. And then back in rally. Krueger down the line to the forehand of Andreeva. Into the forehand of Krueger. Andreeva slice again. Krueger backhand into the backhand of Andreeva. Into the forehand of Krueger, who hits a winner. And it's 15-30. As the return goes out by Andreeva. 30 all. As Krueger serves the fault. Second serve. Double fault. All right. Andreeva to take the early break in the second. As that goes the net from Krueger. Andreeva leads. Andreeva leads 2-1 love in the second. All right. Andreeva serves a fault. Second serve. As Andreeva double faults. Love 15. And the first serve is a fault. Second serve. Oh, another double fault. I love 30. Love 30. As Andreeva serves another fault. And then another double fault. All right. Love 40. To get back on serve. Whew. As Andreeva says another fault, second serve. Into the back of Krueger, forehand from Andreeva. And Krueger in the net, 15-40. 15-40. As Andreeva hits a backhand winner down the line, 30-40. As the return goes into the backhand of Andreeva, Krueger hits it long, and we get to deuce. Now we get the deuce. All right, advantage Krueger. Another chance to break back. As Krueger breaks back, Andreeva hits it out. Back on serve. Okay. As the return goes out by Andreeva. And it's 15-love. As a default, second serve. First serve is a let. As the return goes back to Krueger. Krueger in the net, though, and it's 15-0. As Krueger serves again. To the backhand of Andreeva. Forehand from Krueger. As Andreeva backhand off the tape. Krueger backhand to the backhand of Andreeva, who puts it wide. And it's 30-15. All right, as we get a let. As we return out of the backhand of Krueger. Andreeva backhand, the backhand of Krueger. It's Andreeva again to the backhand of Krueger. Andreeva puts up a lob. Goes in. To the forehand of Krueger is Andreeva backhand. Into the backhand of Krueger. Krueger in the net, though, 30 all. All right, 30 all. As Krueger serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in, the forehand of Krueger. Forehand out from Andreeva to the backhand of Krueger. And Andreeva into the forehand of Krueger on the stretch. Andreeva into the backhand of Krueger to the backhand of Andreeva. As Krueger gets on the stretch again with a forehand, but Andreeva hits a backhand winner. And it's 30-40. So yeah, Mensing took the first set. De Minaur was up a set and a break. And Lehechka took the first set against Fokina. Okay. Andreeva to get the break again. As a default second serve. Serving the backhand of Andreeva. 4-0 from Krueger in the net. There's the break. 3 breaks to start this second set. All right, Andreeva gets it. 3-3. Okay. Lee versus Pegula. Yeah, that's starting now, and then after that is Sinner. So we'll keep an eye on that. What else is going on? Buzkov is up a set against Cartel as well. All right. All right. 2-1. All right. As that goes out. So it goes in by Krueger. Love 30. Love 30. First serve was a fault. Second serve. All right. Love 30. As that goes out by Krueger, 15-40. As Andreeva gets broken again. 4 breaks to start the second. It's a little bit like that. Okay. Okay, 2-all. As that goes out by Andreeva, 15 love. As that goes out by Andreeva again, 30 love. All right, 30 love. As the return goes in, the backhand of Krueger, backhand from Andreeva to the backhand of Krueger. There's Andreeva backhand again to the backhand of Krueger. Krueger hits it wide though, and it's 30-15. Fokina wants to play 5. That sounds about right. As with a backhand now from Andreeva to the backhand of Krueger. Andreeva backhand again to the backhand of Krueger. As Andreeva. Sorry, Krueger hits a winner, 40-15. $40-15. All right. As that goes out by Andreeva, Krueger holds. First hold of the day. 3-2 Krueger. So Demon serving for a 2-sets-to-love lead against Bublik. Pegula's about to start. So that's all happening. Conditions, windy? No, it looks pretty chill. Nothing crazy. Fonz might be on a bit earlier than we thought. Yeah, true. Shit. Oh, Chad, I hate this schedule sometimes. Yeah. God, schedule sucks. Why did they put Fonseca? Why did not they put Fonseca on court 14? That's so stupid. Why didn't they put him on a bigger court? Oh, man. Because, yeah, Fonseca could be on... Oh, actually, we just need Munar Feast to go 5 sets and then we're sweet. If that goes 5, we should be okay. But, yeah, we might have to watch Sinner and Fonseca side by side and then Djokovic after that. But, yeah, you're right. It's a little bit... everything's going a little bit too quick. All right, 3-2. As Krueger hits a lob, Andreeva puts away the smash. Yeah, we need Feast and Munar to go the distance, and then we're sweet. Oh, I think the The points are working? No idea. No idea what's going on. Maybe you only get a certain amount of points per stream. I don't know. It updated? Yeah, so maybe, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Anyways, 30 love. I don't want that match to go there. I know, Gene, but I want Feast to win, but I need it to go a little bit longer. Just so then Djokovic's match can start later. Or Gauff can play a 3-hour match. How about that? 30 love. All right, 40 love. 40 love. As that goes out by Krueger, and it's 3-0. Now Dutchie's gone up to number 3. I don't know how it works, Chad. I don't know if it updates like every hour or something. I don't know. I don't know how this thing works, but just it's part of the mystery. You never know. All right, 3-0. Demons up 2 sets of love before Feast won 1 set. I know, right? It's crazy. Will you be able to stream Runa? He's not playing today. All right, love 15. Krueger hit it out. Tomorrow's matches, we got Alcaraz, Runa, Musetti, and Paul Hashno is probably the best match of the day on paper. And then on the women's side, we got Sabalenka, Zhang. I think Zhang on Bocco is tomorrow night. I would be surprised if that wasn't a night session. Raducanu, Swiatek. Yeah. So we got a lot of women's matches to watch tomorrow. WTA is tomorrow. Yeah, Zhang and Bocco, I would say would be the night match. Because usually... Oh, sorry, wait. No, hang on. Runa Alice will be the night match. My bad. But Zhang and Bocco should be a night match. Anyways, 15:30. So that way the Canadians can all watch it. If it's first in the morning, then it's going to be too early. And Zhang likes playing at night. She doesn't. She seems to like. She plays a lot of night matches, it seems. 15:30. There's a default from Krueger, second serve. Double fault. 15:40. Andreeva to get the break here in the second set. Zhang and Bocco and Raducanu are bangers. Oh, yeah. All right, 15:40. First serve is a fault, second serve. Serving to the forehand of Andreeva. Return the backhand of Krueger. And it's Krueger forehand inside out. Winner, 30-40. $30-40. Raf, thank you for the $2. The $2.60. Appreciate that. Why are you not covering Demon Or's match? Have you seen the score? Nothing. We're not missing much. 30-40. As Krueger backhand to the backhand of Andreeva. Krueger backhand to the forehand of Andreeva. And Andreeva in the net. We get the deuce. I want Munar to win the first set to make it more interesting. Don't say that out loud. Jean's here. He can hear you. Vondi's almost done. As Andreeva hit a slice short. And Krueger hits a forehand cross-court winner. Advantage Krueger. He's got a backhand now to the forehand of Andreeva. Backhand from Krueger. To the backhand of Andreeva. It's Krueger drop shot. It's too good. She holds. 4-3. Yeah, Contra. Essendon are playing Brisbane right now. Okay. 4-3. Krueger. Vondi is going for a double bagel. No. She's up 4. It's 4-all. In the second of her match. Mensik's up a set and a break as well. By the way, 2-love Lee up against Pagula. That's a little concerning. Crows are playing the Swans on Saturday. Nice. Ah, 4-3. As Andreeva backhand, the backhand slice of Krueger. And then Andreeva hits a lovely forehand winner. $15-love. As that goes out by Krueger again, 30-love. As with a backhand now to the forehand of Krueger. Slice from Andreeva. Into the forehand of Krueger as Andreeva slice again. Drop shot winner. Nice. All right. 40-love. They're backhand down the line. It's a winner from Andreeva, and it's 4-all. Okay. 4-4. Okay. Love 15. And it was Love 30. Feast is up 6-3, by the way, in the tiebreak. Love 30. As we forehand now from Andreeva to the forehand of Krueger. Andreeva backhand on the stretch. Krueger backhand to the slice of Andreeva. Krueger forehand cross. Andreeva guesses right and hits a winner. Love 40. Great hitting by Andreeva. Good hustle. Love 40. So now Dimonow's down a break in the third. What the hell's going on? Freo on the second. Yep. Saw that. Against Vondi. So they're going 3. Also Vakino on the second against Lehechka. So that's 1 set all. All right, Love 40. Serving to the forehand of Andreeva. Forehand from Krueger to the backhand of Andreeva. There's Krueger slice. Andreeva. Forehand down the line. Krueger puts up a lob. But it's wide. Andreeva breaks. And she will serve for the match. All right. 5-4. One hour and 12 minutes for Feast's first set. Now look, if he plays 3 more of those sets, I'll be happy. If that goes 3, or if that goes 4, that's fine by me. That won't mess the schedule up. Okay. All right. Why is Djokovic playing on Susan Longland? Okay. Let's do a quick exercise, right? Let me just do a quick exercise for you. Okay. Number 6 in the world, who just won Geneva, right? Made a Masters 1000 final this year, made the semis of Australia, and is currently number 8 in the race to the finals, right? If that guy wasn't named Novak Djokovic, let's say that guy's name was Alex de Minaur. Would we be worried? Would we be confused why it's on the second court? Right? If we didn't know that player that I described was Novak Djokovic, it would make sense that they weren't on center court. Right? But, as I explained yesterday, the other reason why is because on center court, you got Monfils and you've got Gasquet, who are French. And they have priority, especially Monfils, having more time to get ready for the injury, over the injury he got the other day. But Gasquet's final match. So that's why. If Djokovic was number 1, or maybe number 2, he might get priority over one of those guys. But again, Djokovic is number 6. He just won a 250 event. He's number 8 in the race to the finals. If it wasn't Novak Djokovic, I don't think we'd be asking questions. I mean, de Minaur's playing on court 14, and he's, top 10. By the way, Zverev's number 3 in the world, and he's playing on the 3rd court. So Djokovic got a promotion over Zverev, right? Why are we not getting crazy over Zverev? Zverev is number 3 in the world, and he's been shafted into the third stadium. Anyways, that goes in the net. Andreeva's got 40-15. So yeah, look, if Gasquet wasn't playing today and it was Sinner versus somebody else, or Draper versus somebody else, I'm sure Djokovic would have maybe gone on center court. But to be honest, Djokovic probably didn't want to play night session either. They probably asked him, do you want to play tomorrow night? And he's like, no, I want to play during the day. All right, well, Sinner versus Gasquet, you can't play there, so you're going to have to play on Susan Longland. As that goes out by Krueger, and we get the win for Andreeva, 6-3, 6-4. Straight set, straightforward, GG's. All right. She was down early, and it was a shaky second set to start, but she gets it done in the end. Yes, Zverev's on court 3, and nobody's worried at all. Nobody's talking about that at all. All right. Andreeva wins. Andreeva wins. Oh, wait. Did I say Krueger? Well, my bad. I was talking about Djokovic too much. That's what happens, chap. Chat gets derailed when we start talking about other players. All right. Andreeva through. And she is going to play in the third round against the winner of Putintseva and Garland. So Andreeva's liking her chances. Possibly a matchup against Badosa in the fourth round or Kazatkina. So it's looking good. The draw's looking good for Andreeva. And with Pegula battling at the moment, she might make a semi-final. You know, she might be there for the semis. All right. Mensing's up 2 sets to love, by the way. He and De Minaur are trying to see who can finish their match first. And Vondi's in a third. Buzkova is up a set against Cartel. It's all happening. Okay. It's not Judy Garland. Is it? Wait, is it? Is her name actually Judy? No, it's Joanna. How's my tennis team going? Pretty good. The only player that lost was Hubie. Everybody else is still alive. I've got Alcaraz, Sinner, Djokovic, Sabalenka, Andreeva, Raducanu, Zhang. So I'm pretty happy. It's a pretty good looking team. That's a good team? I think so. Alcaraz, Sinner, Djokovic, Sabalenka, Hurkacz, Andreeva, Raducanu, Zhang. On the bench, I had Stearns and Fonseca. And then I've also got Rublev, Popyrin, Muller, Haddad-Maia, Jarry, and Wawrinka. But I should have put Poppy on instead of Hurkacz, but hindsight is. So, you know. I took a risk. It was either Fonseca or Hurkacz, and I went with Hubie, and Fonzie got the win. That's right. Why did you have Fonseca and Hurkacz together? Because I had Fonseca from the start, and I got Hubie in a couple of weeks ago. And then it was a choice between those two. I should have put Rublev on, but then he's going to play Sinner, maybe. So I didn't want to put him on anyway. But anyways, my team's still good. I'm still happy. Like, Hurkacz losing was like, he was my worst player. So I'm fine with that. If Raducanu beats Penko, then that's even better. If Raducanu beats Swiatek, then I'll look like a genius. The French Open is alive. It sure is. So chat, we're going to wait for Pegula's match to end so we can start watching Sinner. So that's what the next, what's happening next for us. So we've just got to wait for that. How's the footy going? I mean, we're somehow only down by 18 points, we're down by 17 points. I don't know how. Thought we're down would be worse, but yep, Sinner Gasquet is coming up after Pegula's match. So yeah. And then we've also got to keep an eye on Fonseca versus Herbert, which is coming up quicker than I expected. But that probably come on during the Sinner match. And then Djokovic's match is also happening. Which hopefully Djokovic's match happens a little bit later, but it depends on Feast and Munar. So that is that. All right. Will Sinner and Gasquet be emotional? Probably. It'll probably be pretty emotional. Love the early rounds. Yeah. We haven't had that many upsets, to be fair. Hasn't been that crazy. How many Aussie men left in the singles? I think it's only Walton and Demon, right? Poppy and Demon and Walton. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure. Which quarter is Fonseca in? He is down the... he is in the Draper quarter of the draw section. So him and Draper could play in the third round, and then Sinner quarterfinal. So it's Sinner's quarter, but Draper is right there. Yeah, so Walton, Demonor, and Popperin are the only men left. On the women's side, I think it's Dasher is the only player left on the women's side. Which I love saying. I love I can say that. That's so much fun to say. I just love the building of the ultimate story of the tournament. I just love the building of the ultimate... What do you mean? Giganti has some crazy volleys. Nice. Do you think Fonseca will beat Draper? Look, it depends on... I think it depends on what happens in their matches today. I think if Fonseca plays a tough, which it could be a tough 5-setter, and then you've got Draper getting through against Monf, maybe Monf doesn't even play. I mean, I think it kind of depends on today. It will depend on what happens today. I'm going to say at this stage, I think Draper probably wins. But again, it depends. It does depend on today. Like the early rounds are, it's the only scenes of a movie we're all watching. Yeah, fair enough. Do you think Fonseca will be able to beat Draper? Answer that. Walton played his first clay court match of the season here. Wait, he didn't play clay at all this year, and then he played... That's crazy. That's crazy. The guy's a clay court king. Herbert is canny and could stretch out versus Fonseca. I agree. I think Herbert could be a 5-setter. Herbert's got a very awkward style about him. Yeah, Herbert's a bit of a serve volleyer for sure. He's more of he played a lot more doubles. He's a very awkward player, so Fonseca's going to really have to have the passing shots working. You think Boulder can trouble Keys? Maybe. I think if Bolts is going to... she could trouble Keys on the clay for sure. Like, I think her best chance is here, right? Like if she's got a best chance, you got to say it's on a slow surface that Keys can't hit as aggressively. If Keys is off as well, true. If Bolter's defense is on point, she could win. Yeah, I think that's a good. If her defense is strong, she could make it interesting. Looks like Demon was going 4. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Just fell asleep. Don't know what the hell was happening. All right. So Pegula's match is Pegula with a break 4-3. So hopefully Pegula can fly through that so we can actually get to watching Sinner. But I'll send you over there now. Can Pegula just win already? Hey, she's getting there. She'll get there. We need Feast's match to go. And Gene, I know every time I say it, you're going to cringe, but I need Feast's match to go a little bit longer. I need Feast's match to go at least 4 sets, please. So we can at least not have a match collision. All right, we need a smooth schedule. At least get through that. We're gonna have to watch Djokovic Fonseca together, but as long as we can get through Sinner's match before Fonseca starts, then that'd be good. That'd be nice. I'd appreciate that. Jump over there, chat. Talking about yourself. We'll be back in about, hopefully be back within the hour. But good win by Andreeva. Wasn't easy. She had to come back from a breakdown in the first. She was getting broken all over the place in the second. But she gets it done in straights. 3 and 4. She's into the third round. No one, I mean, again, Tennis Channel apparently raving about Andreeva. I have no idea. But I feel like Andreeva's just gone under the radar because, you know, Swiatek, we're on Swiatek watch. Sabalenka #1. Obviously, Gauff is a favorite. I feel like Andreeva just, she's kind of sneaking under the radar a little bit, at least for me. But we're watching her, I guess. So maybe she's not. Maybe she is totally favorite. But I'll see you guys soon. Andreeva wins 3 and 4. And Sinner versus Gasquet coming up next.